Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. We're back. I'm Foster,
I'm Daniel.
and we're back for another week.
We're back.
On yeah, we kind of fuck. Dude, I'm just to begin this. Like I am all over the place. My head and like everything. I've been spending the past like couple days trying to get organized again. I
Like, what do you mean? Like, just you're physically organized or
just
mentally
mentally,
organized?
mentally.
Okay, yeah. Why have you been disorganized?
I have no idea. Even I'm just like sometimes it just happens like that. You just get days where you're like, what is going on?
Actually, my week has been kind of not exactly
Like
like
you
that, but
and not even like I know what's going on. Like I wake up and I'm like, okay, what do I need to get done today? And I get that done.
yeah.
And I'm eating, like I'm remembering to feed myself. I'm bathing. Like what
Yeah.
was that?
That was like I understand exactly the issue and
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
like
yeah. It's
I
just like
yeah.
that's what we're talking about. It's just like autopilot. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, like so like I'm at a point, but yeah, like I redid my whole whiteboard. I have two whiteboards. I have one to like write like general things that I need to do, I guess,
Yeah.
on, and then I have another in my room where I guess is like my routine now. I have my morning routine on there. I have my semester goals and like my week at a glance. And then I also have a calendar over here.
Okay, yeah.
I write and some the week at a glance thing is just sort of like literally sometimes I'm like, what day is it? And like what do I need to be doing?
Yeah.
Like
Do you
is it
use do you use Google like do
I
you use any
know you
digital
always say
calendars?
Google
Use Google
Calendar.
Calendar.
Dude, you've been telling me that for like years at
I
this point.
have. I can't. I think I forget every time.
Maybe you're
I
right. If I'm going through all the effort,
just do it. It's so easy because
but
you can
at the
get
same time,
notifications on your phone. You can see everything at a glance. You're like, what do I have to do today? Scroll. Oh, okay, nothing.
I
Or oh,
don't
shoot.
trust like technology that much. I don't know. That's why I feel myself like already like becoming like old. Like I already don't trust like a lot of technology, and like I'm already like, oh, that's a fad. Like I'm not even gonna pay
Yeah.
attention to that.
Well, I guess I don't. Okay, so what do you feel about? How do you feel about Chat GPT? I feel like that could
I mean,
be a
obviously that's here to stay.
yeah. But how do you feel about it though? Not is it a fad or not, but like, are you like distrustful of it, or what do you think? Or I guess of AI in general, but specifically tools that let the public just kind of look up things. Because I kind of wanted to talk about that. I've been using it recently, but I want to hear what
Yeah.
you have to say first.
That's actually I've been using it too. I speaking of that, they have an app right on the iPhone, and it's super simple
Yeah.
on the iPhone. It's really nice on the iPhone actually. I
Is it on
replaced.
Android? It's not
I
on
don't know.
Android, right?
I don't know. I don't use
I don't.
Android
I
anymore.
don't think it is.
But the I replaced like so I had my like home dock. You know, if you're like your bottom dock, like with all your apps that you use a lot, like phone, text, internet.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yes.
I replaced. So I normally have Snapchat in there, but I put Snapchat in my socials folder, and now I put Chat GPT in the bottom dock
Oh dang.
next to Mozilla Firefox. And yes, I use Mozilla
You
Firefox.
Firefox?
If you're not using Firefox, you're doing it wrong. I'm telling you that right now.
Why? Give me five good reasons. Use ChatGPT to give me five good reasons.
I yeah, actually, I'll do that right now. But I know that Firefox. I'm literally gonna ask that. I know that Firefox is a lot more like they just have a lot more security basically like baked into the browser, a lot more than even something like or well, they can use DuckDuckGo as a search engine like within. So I guess
Okay.
that's not an example, but and like the Mozilla Foundation itself, like the people that own the Firefox engine, they're actually doing a lot of like really good work within like the public domain, like open source type uh,
Hmm.
technology space, and
Okay.
also like kind of promoting like technological literacy and security, like open source security. From what I know,
Yeah.
within like
Okay.
tech space, they're actually like good guys. But
Well, that's nice. But
yeah,
so okay, my honestly for a search or for a for a browser application, my biggest thing that I care about right now is how much does it slow down my system. So if it's
Yeah.
like, and then at what cost? So if it's like, oh, it's super fast, but it's really crappy, then I don't want it. But if it's like, oh, it's as good as Chrome, but it's less bulky, then then I would consider it. But wait, you can sign into your Google stuff easily on it, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay,
So I asked Chat GPT.
5 good.
um, privacy and security, customization, open source, performance and compatibility, and cross-platform availability. So you're looking at the performance capability. Known for its fast performance, efficient resource
Okay.
management, um, and yeah, and they have like their own network of like extensions and plugins, like the same as Google. I think they use the
Okay.
same. They might use the same. But yeah, like I have this one extension because I'm always on YouTube. I'm always watching YouTube.
Yeah.
I have this one extension that auto skips like sponsored segments and intros
Whoa,
and
that's pretty cool.
yeah, and then they have ad block too. So I have ad block plus that, and
Wait, you have an ad block extension?
yeah, yeah.
How does that work?
So you just go onto the extension store, you search ad block. There's one really good one called uBlock Origin. That's like the
Oh,
basic
wait.
one.
Does it block YouTube ads?
And then there's a different one for YouTube. There's YouTube ad
How is
block.
how is there an extension that's capable of blocking YouTube ads that's like, is it free?
Yeah. That's what
How
I'm
is that
saying, bro.
legal?
That's why I was on Android for so long. That's why I was yeah, how's that legal? I don't know, just like cuz like technology, bro. You can literally do
Hold on.
that.
I'm
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna find
Like
this.
Daniel, they if you put a bunch of ticks or fleas in a cup and you put the lid on the cup, they're going to be jumping out of the cup, right? You put the lid on the cup. You leave it there for like a day, maybe two.
Yeah.
You take
Oh,
the
don't
cup.
go
You
with
take
it.
the lid off the cup. They're gonna
I
stay in the
know.
cup. They don't know how to jump out
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
cup
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
That's what they're doing to us.
Wait,
Technology.
are you saying that's Android versus Apple or what? I'd say
Yeah,
that's more
kind of
Apple.
low key.
That's
Yeah,
Apple.
yeah.
No,
That's,
but
that's probably definitely an Apple. Yeah,
with the lid on the cup,
yeah,
right?
with the lid on the cup.
Yeah, okay,
But
good,
I'm
good.
saying that's why I was Android for so long, cause
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you could do whatever you wanted.
So you're right. What you're saying is there's extensions in technology that let us just skip YouTube ads without,
Yeah,
or filter out
and
YouTube
it's
ads without
free,
even
and it's
paying.
free, and
Yeah,
you can get
free.
it.
Hold on. What is the Chrome extension store called? How do I find
I think there might be
extensions?
one on Chrome too. I don't know.
Extensions
Probably not
store.
though.
I use the only extensions I have are Bitwarden, which saves my passwords. That's really nice. And
Uh,
then I have Honey, which is it's like
I
occasionally
deleted
it'll
Honey. I
activate
had
something
Honey
good.
a long time ago, and it was just like I remember it said that it was like malware or something. I got like
Oh,
something
really?
that was like this has a virus in it. I was like, what?
I still have it on there. It rarely like the sites because what
It
do I
never
do?
saved me money. It would save me like 73 cents. And I'm like,
It actually has it saved me a significant amount of money like 3 times, and then otherwise no. But when it happens, it's like, whoa, nice. But yeah, it's like it doesn't do it on Amazon. That's the issue, and you know that's where I do
yeah,
a lot of shopping. Or
okay.
any of the online shopping I do usually defaults to Amazon, and then I'll
Do
only
you have
order from the
Prime?
actual.
Do you use
Yeah,
Prime?
Prime.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, whatever.
I
Okay,
don't have
I'm on the
Prime.
Chrome store now. What should I look up? Ad blocker?
Like
Or
YouTube
wait,
ad block or something.
YouTube ad blocker.
But yeah, and like school books, school textbooks. If you pay for a school textbook, I paid for a school textbook, and it was stupid because I literally went online and I found
No.
the same textbook I paid for
Yeah.
in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not like it's.
It depends on the book though, because not all
It
of them
doesn't
are
matter
that
the book.
easy.
And I hate when professors do that too. They'll use the most recent,
Oh yeah.
published
But it's
version.
the same. It's the
It's
same.
like the 14th edition, and you're like,
'Cause what are
bro.
they? What are they gonna do if you're like, oh, I have the 12th edition, and this answer doesn't look quite right, and they're like,
No,
oh
'cause all
yeah,
the
the
numbers are
12th.
different. All numbers are different. Or like the
Really?
problems are switched around. Yeah.
Oh shoot, that sucks. Okay, so I haven't actually had that problem yet.
Like
My
a lot of
textbooks have
textbooks will just
all.
be like the same problems, but like problem 3 is now problem 6.
Oh, okay,
You know what I mean?
that's weird. Yeah. So
There
what was
won't,
I
the
gonna
numbers
say?
won't even be different in those cases a lot of the times too. which
Yeah.
is really frustrating. And they'll call it a new edition and charge like $300 extra for it.
Yeah. I have paid for some textbooks,
Monopolization of
but
knowledge.
yeah. I always look for the textbook online first, and I've found like the majority of them. Actually, my last professors have been awesome because they're like, one of them wrote the textbook himself. Like it's not a real textbook, but it's his. He wrote everything out. Like he made a little short textbook,
It's like a
and that's what we
pamphlet.
worked from. Yeah. So he's like, this is
Okay.
the class textbook, and then the other stuff
Yeah.
is like,
Yeah.
here's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
PDF for the textbook. They find like the professors
Yeah, I've had
endorse the.
professors that like understand that too, and they're just like, "Here's the
Yeah.
fucking ripped version."
Yeah, like
Anyways.
yeah, exactly. They give you the PDF. They've like
Yeah.
saved it for years, and they're like, yeah, it's just on the website.
Yeah, like I
Okay, I
downloaded it from
found
somewhere a long time
yeah,
ago.
right. I found ad block for YouTube. Is that what you use, or is that similar? It
Maybe. I don't know.
says featured 4.5 stars, 20
You should
or wait,
try it out and see if it works. But yeah, if it's
10
all even on the
million
Google
users.
store, they're not trying to hide it from us, I guess.
Yeah, removes
Oh
ads
fuck.
from YouTube. That's just crazy to me. So how
Yeah,
is this? You're honestly right though. The flea in the cup thing.
the
We
flea in the
are just
cup, man.
fleas. So Google, the thing that's crazy to me is Google owns YouTube, and on the Google Chrome extension store, there's an extension that removes ads from YouTube for free. When their whole thing is you have to buy YouTube Premium to remove
Yeah,
ads,
and like yeah,
and it's still here, and it has 10 million plus users.
yeah. And the best
What?
part about Mozilla is that like all their software, like Google, you don't get the code to their shit, right?
Yeah, Mozilla's open
They're open
source.
source. You get all the code of their shit. So even if they were like, "Damn, we don't really want to do this anymore," someone was like, "I already got your shit. Like I know how to configure it to your shit. It's
Yeah.
there anyways." Like
See,
I don't
okay,
know.
wait. That reminds me. So open source stuff. I feel like it's a two-way. It's a double-edged sword sometimes because you can
But
open
it's
source stuff
usually
can be
like
awesome.
modular on like the user's basis.
Yeah, right.
Like
Like
you
you
can
have to be
choose whether
kind
to
of
add it or not. Like
yeah,
I
right.
guess
And that's
but then
cool.
that does like that's the reason Apple people will say like we get less viruses because it's not
Yeah.
modular. You can't. Yeah, what you're saying is true. It is
Someone
like a
can't
double-edged
build
sword.
their thing into it and yeah, and then add
Yeah,
it.
so
Whatever.
viruses
The
can be manufactured and like engineered specifically for like specific
yeah.
hardware
And I feel like it's worth the risk for me because I have
or
virus
software, I
protection,
guess.
so it's worth. Or I have Windows Defender, which is supposedly good enough, and
Yeah,
I keep my passwords locked very securely, and yeah, whatever.
I
But
have
what I was gonna say
McAfee.
is another open source thing that I discovered that's better than the like proprietary thing is Prusa Slicer versus Cura for 3D printing. So in 3D printing, you have to when you have your 3D model that you want to print in real life, you need to
Mm-hmm.
convert the 3D file into a special file called G code, and that's basically just a set of instructions for the printer to follow to print the thing. So you need a software to do that, and it's called a slicer. And Cura, Ultimaker Cura, is made by Ultimaker, which is a 3D printing company, and it's closed source and it's very graphical user interface. It's like
Uh,
for the it's like it reminds me a little
it's
bit of
like
like the
a
Apple,
yeah.
like
Okay.
an Apple product for it. But then so I use and that's just what everyone kind of defaults to. Like when you hear about 3D printing, unless you're like a pro, you're just like, oh yeah, let's load it up in Cura, let's slice it, and it works well. But I was like, when I
It makes you think
reinstalled
like
Windows,
what else could there be?
yeah, what else? Because it's like, imagine like the user interface is like it shows you the build plate, and then all of the settings are in a single drop-down menu that you have to scroll through and expand sections, and it's just really bulky. And it's like checkboxes, or not very few, but like checkboxes, and then some value fields, and it's like, do you want this or do you not want this, and then what degree do you
Interesting.
want this? So it just seems very
Very like
simplistic.
yes or
So
no, like
yeah,
less.
exactly.
Not really
So
like
I was
put
like,
more sliders in at least. Like jeez.
yeah, sliders and stuff. So I was like, I want to try something new, and I found Prusa Slicer, which is an open source thing that's awesome. Like I
Nice,
tried it, and
nice.
I loaded it up. It has tabs like a browser. Tabs. One of them is the build plate. One of them is like printer settings. One of them is filament settings instead of a single drop down. And then you can type in your own G code in there. You can do like you obviously, if you were really good, you could go in and code your own features in there, but it's fantastic. It's just got so much. It's like it feels like Android versus Apple. It's like the parts of like Android where you can go in and be like, I want to customize this to be
Yeah.
exactly this way. That's what it feels like. It just feels like I've got like the entire plethora of tools available to me. And so that's cool. Open source stuff is sometimes really awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the time it is, but sometimes it's not worth it because you don't know like how to do it, you know.
Can you believe that Reddit isn't like a publicly traded company yet? Like as
Really?
we're recording this, yeah. They're supposed to make their IPO like this year or something.
Isn't That's weird.
Yeah, right?
Aren't people angry with Reddit? Like,
Yeah. It's because they don't pay them shit or something like that. Or maybe the mods want to unionize or something. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to it because I don't use Reddit.
yeah. It's
Yeah, what is that? I don't know what Reddit is.
what is Reddit? I'll Yeah, I have Reddit on my phone, but I only use it. When do I use? Oh, I use it when I'm like looking something up. Oh, this is what I was gonna say, but whatever. When I'm looking something up and it's a very obscure question, it's often helpful to type Reddit into the search box because then you'll get the like
And that's what
discussion.
I'm saying. Like, exactly. Like, everybody knows that everybody does that.
Yeah.
So, their stock price is going to be crazy. But, like, that's
Oh yeah.
why they're, like, trying to, like, get more money, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
what was I going to... I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. How's your week, I guess? What are you doing this week?
Just like I don't know. I've said it. I feel like we've said it like the last 5 times. Just
Yeah,
trying to
exactly. Let
make
me look at my
time.
calendar real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do shit this week.
I didn't do anything either this week. I haven't practiced either in any of my instruments since my piano lesson on Wednesday. I need to
Yeah.
practice today. It was.
I haven't been practicing Japanese.
Oh no!
Yeah. I don't know. I've been watching anime. I've been watching anime. Does that count?
Have
I've been
you
watching
been watching
subs,
it?
and I've been trying to listen a little more.
Have you been watching?
I
Like, are you
know
watching English dubbed or?
English subbed, so it's
Oh,
Japanese
subs.
voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see what you
Uh,
said. Yeah. That's the
Even though I
best.
would rather prefer a dub, because then I could walk away and like hear.
Yeah. You can still.
But I just want like I in my head like imagining like watching anime without subtitles and understanding it. That's crazy to me. Like that would be
That'd
so
be pretty
nuts.
cool.
That would be so.
That'd be
I'd be
cool.
like, yeah, that would be
That'd
that'd
be
be
pretty
crazy.
sweet.
And because it would be
Well,
like constant like practice, kind of right.
yeah. Well,
People
it's
always
like
say
going to a
like
foreign country, right?
people always
Like
say like you
you,
need to consume like the
yeah,
media every day, and it's like, well, if
yeah.
I'm already doing that, like I might as well.
my
If
my
I watch it
Russian
because I
teacher
like
in
it,
Yeah. Well, I took 2 years of Russian in high school
yeah.
for the 2 years requirement in language. So I took Russian, and my teacher was like, you should convert your phone. Once we get a little bit better, a good way to practice is to make your phone entirely in Russian. So in
Oh
order to
yeah.
find anything, you have
I
to
remember
like
I saw your phone was in
learn the
Russian one
words.
time. I was like, what are you
Oh yeah,
doing?
probably just I don't think I ever made my whole phone Russian, but I have a keyboard on here.
Oh, okay. I feel
But
like I
yeah, like
definitely remember that. I feel like I remember looking at your phone. I was like, why is it in Russian?
oh, the whole thing. Maybe I did it at one point just for fun, but it was
I feel like you definitely did. I don't
I
know.
don't think I was good enough yet to even to. I mean, you can like look at something and know that it's the Google Chrome, and then see that it's called Google Chrome. But
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to understand it enough.
Yeah.
One thing that
But
I have been working on. Oh,
oh yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I played I played Red Dead Redemption 2 on stream. Like
The whole thing.
nah, just like of the first 6 hours of it or so.
Okay.
Maybe a
Yeah.
little bit like past the first 6 hours. But, like I
How
did like
long
a
is the gameplay? Like,
oh
how long is the
long.
story?
It's long. I don't know. I didn't look it up. I knew it was like longer than I could do in like 1 hour. I literally
Yeah.
have like I have like a sticky note sitting in front of me right here with like short games that I could play on stream. So like
Oh
say if I
yeah.
want to do like a stream that's like just a couple short games in a row, I have long games that I could play, like Red Dead Redemption 2, where it's just like one big long stream, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna finish the game. And then I have games that I could play in one go, and it'd be really long, but I finish the game.
Could do it. Yeah.
I have like a
That's
list
cool.
of them, yeah. So
Is it
that's what I'm thinking of doing.
why? So why is streaming games so popular? Why, like, because of all of the when you think of a streamer, that's pretty
Yeah,
much what you default to, right? Is video games. Is it
yeah.
popular because not everyone has the system requirements to play these crazy like AAA games, or
It's a
like why do
really
people enjoy watching other people play games so much?
It's a really like weird experience, especially like live streaming, because something could be said for like back in the YouTube days where it was like Let's Plays, where it's just like, okay, it's just entertainment, and or
Yeah.
they don't have the game and they want to see the game. But
Yeah.
when live streaming comes into play, it's like it comes like a really like largely like kind of parasocial thing where it's like because they're there, right? They're doing it. There's
Yeah.
only like a 3 second delay, so you can actually like talk to the person. So that's what a lot of people
Right.
latch on to. But also like I feel like with the fall of like um, traditional like cable, I guess, and like
Mhm.
TV and like scheduled programming.
Yeah.
Um, something like live streamers are kind of like filling that void because they do these like huge long streams, and the good ones are like kind of more structured.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they come on at the same time every day or every couple days, and
Yeah.
you know what to expect, and there's a flavor for everybody. So there's everybody's doing it, and it's like
Interesting.
entirely run by that person. So if you like what they're doing, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're saying that basically they filled, or streaming is kind of the new, or not the new
Like, yeah,
cable, but
TV,
they filled, yeah, okay.
because it's just always
Well,
on.
and when we
You know
say
what I mean?
streaming, maybe we should clarify for the audience, like when we're saying, because you might, Netflix is streaming technically, but we're talking about like when someone
Live
sits in
streaming.
front of a chair, live
Live
streaming,
streaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
You sit in front of a chair and you do something live for people to watch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's interesting.
it's also pretty lucrative. I don't know. Did you hear about do you know who XQC is? Did you hear about his deal?
No, but I know who he is, didn't hear about the deal.
So, biggest live streamer on Twitch, right? And Twitch, for those of
Okay.
you that don't know, I guess, if we're gonna explain it, yeah. It's like the main platform where all the people play the video games. But
Yeah.
there's a competitor, Kick, coming in. They just bought XQC basically for
Oh,
guess
wow.
how much? Guess how much? They've made not a non-exclusive deal, right? So they
Okay.
signed him to Kick. He's gonna stream on Kick. He can stream on Twitch, right? But the deal is sort of
Oh.
like this, right? So the deal is he starts out the stream on Twitch, and then he tells all his audience, go to Kick. All right, we're going to Kick. Let's go to Kick now. That's what he does.
So it is. So it is kind of exclusive.
Yeah, a little bit. But exactly.
Okay.
Guess
It's
how
kind
much
of like it's almost like extra exclusive because he's literally
Yeah.
using other platforms
you're
to
like
promote.
snaking the other guys. Exactly.
Yeah.
But guess how much money they gave him.
Okay, 5 million.
More.
What?
More.
10 million.
More.
20 million.
More.
What the heck? 30 million.
More.
50 million.
You're way off, pal. But keep going.
What? 100 million.
Yes.
Holy crap.
100 million. That's more than LeBron James.
Well, what do you mean more than LeBron James?
LeBron James gets paid 98 million
A
a
year?
year.
Okay, so this wasn't the one time.
I think so. At least I think so. That's what his like 2-year extension was for the Lakers or something.
Okay.
So maybe it wasn't maybe his initial deal was more, but yeah.
So what if? Okay, wait.
It was
so
it's the same time frame. So like his deal,
Oh,
this
same
guy
time frame,
XQC,
okay.
his deal is for 2 years.
Okay.
So that's what people were saying is like LeBron's 2-year deal with the Lakers, LeBron James' 2-year deal with the Lakers was 98 million. XQC's 2-year
2 million
deal with Cake was 100 million. I don't know, and they
Holy
say that like
crap.
it was a marketing ploy or something like that, but yeah.
To
So like
spend that
there's
much
numbers here. There's numbers in this industry that like a lot of people just don't even know what it is still. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's crazy. I mean,
I wish I'd gotten into it way earlier because I was watching Twitch back in like 2012.
oh wow.
I remember I
Yeah.
watched this one guy. His name's Drew. Whose name was Drew. His channel was called You Pick Games, and the gimmick was like the audience could pick the game, and he played
Yeah.
Danganronpa 2.
Okay.
And it was so much fun to watch him like play through that game. It's like this like Japanese like visual novel game. It's super
Yeah.
cringe, but
Nice.
I liked it and I thought it was fun. And I remember watching him and I was like, oh wow, like you can make money playing video games. Like that's my dream job. Like
Yeah.
whoa, like I just want to play video games all day.
It's crazy. That's
Damn,
insane that he got
like
paid that
I'm in
much.
like heaven right now. This is crazy. Ooh. See this?
Oh, because of the light. I feel like I look extremely like pale.
I don't know.
Also, oh, it's just because I'm looking at my. Oh yeah, okay. It looks better than I thought. I was looking at the tiny, low resolution thumbnail of myself. That's insane though that people get. I mean,
Yeah, do you not have it like side by side?
no, I don't have it side by side.
I put them like
I
side
make
by
you
side.
I make you big so that it looks like I'm always looking at you or mostly looking at you, like or
Okay.
looking at the camera, I guess, looking
Thanks.
somewhat to the
I
side.
have it side by side because that's just how it's easiest to set up in the OBS.
Yeah, right.
But
Well, I guess I mean streamers are like they're celebrities, right? Like when you get that
oh,
big,
definitely,
you're a
yeah,
celebrity.
100%.
Well, think about
And
movie stars. Like how do they
yeah,
compare for like how much are
movie
like
stars are definitely still bigger. I'd say.
yeah, right.
Yeah, they're all on
Crazy.
strike now.
The movie stars?
Yeah,
Wait, why? I thought the writers were on strike.
yeah, the movie stars are also on strike now, as of like a couple
Why?
days ago.
Why are movie stars on strike?
Uh, because they want more money. I don't know.
What?
They want like better rights or something. Apparently, it's like really shitty. And hey, fuck it. I don't know. I don't really give a shit.
I don't know
Fuck
either.
Hollywood.
Well,
Like fuck
what
Hollywood.
kind of movie stars though?
Like
The
the
big
actors
ones or
guilds,
like
like the actors unions and shit.
okay, so
It's like
not like
unionizing for actors.
yeah, okay. So not
Yeah,
like the biggest stars in the
it's
world are
good.
like, hey, we
It's
want more
good.
money.
No, it's not like Tom Cruise is like, hey,
Yeah, we need a
I'm just
little bit
tired
more.
of doing all these stunts. You know, I wish I could get more money so I could give it to Scientology.
Have you seen the new Mission Impossible?
No, I've
It's
seen
really
one
good.
Mission Impossible, maybe two.
Uh,
I don't know. It's the
and
same
which
movie every
ones
time.
though? Well, yeah, but
Uh,
it's about
the one with Henry
yeah.
Cavill.
Yeah, okay, that
The,
was like the
the one
last
where
one,
he
I
does the
think.
scene where he's in the bathroom and he goes,
Oh yeah. What was it? What is the point of that? Was he trying to like hike up his sleeves so that he could get
I
ready
don't
to
know.
punch or
And I
something?
remember the reason it sticks out in my head is because like I watched this like interview clip and they were asking him that same question. They were like, "That's so cool! Like when you did that, that was so cool." Maybe it was like
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel or something. He was like, "What made you do that?" He's like, "What made you? What was going through your head? Like what is that?" And he was like, "I don't know. I just did it." And I'm like, "Okay."
I mean, it did look cool, and it was like the fact that you don't really know why he did it makes it
Yeah.
kind of interesting. But this, I think it's worth like that was the last one, so you would understand what's going on in this movie. It's really cool. It's like the plot. It's just very tight. It's a tight action movie, and it's got a ton of real stunts in it. You know, that's like
Yeah.
part of the allure of it.
I watched the trailer and the part where they're like driving through the city, I think,
Yeah.
right? In like
Yep.
the tiny ass car.
Yeah.
That looked pretty cool.
It is very cool. It's a long movie, so they have really long. That's a really long scene because they don't start out in that yellow car. They start out in a different one, and it's like 10 minutes of that, and then it's or not maybe not 10 minutes, like 5 minutes of that, and then they get in the yellow car, and they just keep going and going.
Wow.
It's cool, and
I also saw the one where he climbs up the building with the gloves. Remember that? It was a
was
thing.
that a recent one?
No, it was a while ago.
I feel like that's familiar. I've only seen like the first two, and then the last three ish.
He like
So I haven't
yeah,
seen the middle ones.
it was like 7 or something. How many is
Okay.
there? There's like
There's
11. I
no
don't
wait
know.
no this
I
one
don't
was
know.
this is the seventh.
This is the seventh. Okay, maybe it was
Yeah.
like four or something then.
Yeah, so I haven't seen that one then.
Yeah, he
But
like climbs up a building with like sticky gloves,
yeah,
and that's like the big
interesting.
thing.
Well,
I
this
also
one,
maybe I saw the wait was the one where he fights Henry Cavill the one where he like goes on the airplane and just like
yeah, he's
hangs
hanging on the
on.
airplane. Yeah.
That
See,
was
that's
neat.
that's the reason I think that's the reason why Mission Impossible might be my favorite spy series because like I'm thinking of the other two big ones are Jason Bourne and James Bond, right?
The Bourne Ultimatum, but it's John Wick now.
Oh yeah, and John
You
Wick.
haven't seen John Wick, have you?
I have seen John Wick.
I
Not
haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't seen any of them.
It's it's
I haven't seen
I
a
wouldn't
single
they're
one.
not like a spy. They're not quite the same. John Wick is more like he
They're
just goes
not the
around.
same. They are the same.
What do you mean?
It's just guy kills a bunch of guys.
Well, yeah, but it's got less
Spy.
espionage. Yeah, the Mission Impossible, the
So you like
newer ones,
spy shit. You're talking
yeah,
spy
the newer ones
movies.
are a lot of
I'm talking just like
politics
action.
and yeah. John Wick is literally just action. It's and Mission
Okay,
Impossible. At least
fair.
there's some like there's hidden motives and so, like Henry Cavill was like he was a good guy and it turns out he was a spy. Or no, it turns out he was a bad guy. Whatever that kind of thing is. I like Mission
I
Impossible
feel like
best.
spy movies are just so like predictable.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but I will say if you watch the new Mission Impossible, you might be. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised because
Okay.
first of all, it's the highest rated Mission Impossible film ever. It's like got
Really?
100% Rotten Tomatoes or something. It's really good.
Are you
And
gonna see
then
Oppenheimer?
yeah, I'm really excited for that. That looks really cool. It looks
Yeah.
kind of scary, not scary, but
Like
like
whoa.
creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, like kids are gonna see that, and then they're gonna be like, and they're gonna be like, "Mom, are nukes real?" And she's gonna be like, "Yes, honey," and then the kid's gonna cry.
Yep, that's probably what'll happen. But I
Do you
love
think he's
Cillian
gonna do the
Murphy.
line well? Do you think he's gonna do the line well?
What line?
You know the one.
Oh, wait, no, I don't actually.
I've become death, destroyer of worlds, or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I've only heard that like once.
That's like the famous thing is that he's like smoking the cigarette and he's like got the 1,000 yard stare and he's like, I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Wait, is this what Oppenheimer actually said?
Yeah, this is like real. This is like a real video of him like right
Oh, really?
after. Yeah, like right after they like hit Japan.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm
Dude,
sure
rip.
they'll do
Sorry,
that,
Japan,
man.
dude. Sorry,
Yeah,
Japan, for real.
it's it's so crazy that that humans did that. Like it's just such like and if like looking at the movie, I'm remembering
It
I
would be
don't.
way worse today too, if like
What do
we
you
went
mean?
like if we had a nuclear
Oh,
war.
if we had if someone dropped one, yeah, I mean,
Because our shit is way stronger now.
yeah. But just I'm just thinking about it's incredible the like looking at the trailers for the movie and then knowing a little bit about how like the whole project, it uh it's just terrifying what they were doing. Like they were like in the desert with this tower, and they had it's just people like carrying things that they probably shouldn't have been carrying and like just putting things on a winch that they probably shouldn't have been putting on a winch, and just kind of like manually assembling this thing in the box. It's just
And we're like,
crazy.
here it is.
This like it looks like a
Bah,
radio tower.
bah,
It's
bah, bah.
yeah. And then they were like the whole thing about they weren't sure that if they weren't absolutely positive that if they pressed the button the entire world wouldn't be destroyed, right? Like they thought
Why was that?
well they thought it might
They only
cause
had
a
like a
chain,
certain amount.
right? But they thought doing the nuclear reaction would cause a chain reaction that would just create
Oh.
a ton of nuclear
And it would
reactions
split like more atoms because it would be
and
so
like
powerful.
consume the world or like some bad thing because I'm
Wow.
assuming they know that. Oh no, because it's fusion that happens in the sun, right? Or is it fission?
Yeah, it's fusion.
So I don't think they weren't sure if fission might destroy the
They didn't
universe.
know the difference between fission and fusion yet.
Well, I think they did know the difference, but I don't think they had enough experience with what fission would do on Earth. I don't think they knew that it wouldn't just cause a huge chain reaction. And that's in the trailer. If you look in the movie, it's like, what are the chances that? Are you saying that there's a chance that this
That this is
destroys the
gonna
world?
destroy the
And he's
world or
like, it's
something.
like
I
near
remember that.
zero or
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that was real. That's like a real thought that they had. Just like on the moon landing, they were like, there's a small chance that when we land on the moon, the thing just
The
sinks into the
entire
surface of the
moon
moon.
collapses.
Like, yeah, it's like the moon is actually just
All
soft and
right,
it just
3,
goes into
2, 1, and it's just like a balloon, and it's just
it
like
just yeah,
just keep going in. That would be
yeah.
terrifying.
I know that'll be awful. And they were like, yeah, that might happen. Or like, yeah, I think
There's
they're
probably
probably
some
like,
shit out there that exists like that.
oh, you mean like in the universe?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, well, think about gas giants, right?
There's
And
so
what if
much
there's
just
like,
wacky shit that we probably don't even know like works.
yeah,
Because some weird physics happened there at like a specific time.
yeah,
You know.
yeah,
What
it's
about
scary.
Barbie?
I'm
You
really
gonna see
excited for that
Barbie?
movie. Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for the
You gonna see
Barbie movie when I
Barbie?
went to see. I think it looks fun. Yeah, it has Kate McKinnon in it. I didn't know she was in it. That's funny. It looks like it's actually is
Oh.
genuinely like
Yeah.
creative. It's
It
not
looks
just
funny.
yeah.
What rating is it? Do you know?
Is it out yet though?
It's like July 21st or something.
Barbie review. Oh, it's
Um,
PG-13. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't
Okay,
understand what you meant.
PG-13. Yeah, yeah. Oh, what did you think I was asking you?
Like the reviews.
Oh, what the fuck?
What? I always look at the reviews before I see a movie.
What's the rating on that? Not 86? I don't know.
That's pretty okay. Review and
86
rating are
is
pretty
good.
similar concepts.
No.
Yeah.
What's the...
Reviews.
I always like to say the online interactions are not rated by the ESRB. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's true.
For real.
Online interactions are not rated.
For real though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Online
I haven't-
interactions are not rated by the ESRB.
They are not. I've only played. I haven't ever actually played an online game where I've had an interaction other than like somebody kills me. Like Colin and I will play Star Wars Battlefront online sometimes, and we suck. We can't kill anybody, and we die instantly. It's bad. But
Yeah.
you can't talk to each other in that game, or like chat or anything. So
There's no more open lobby games anymore, dude.
what's open lobby?
Like that. You can't just like talk to people. You know what I mean?
Really?
Well, like you can, but a lot of times now it's like opt in. So like it used to be like when you
Oh.
hear about like the heyday back in the day with like Call of Duty and shit,
Yeah.
it was you just were auto put in there, and you could like you had to mute everybody that you didn't want to hear. And now
Wow.
it's like you need to go to a separate menu, and you're like, okay, I need to enter the chat room, and then so it's like you just get like weirdos in there that are like, hey, how's it going? Like, you should want to play some video
the
games?
weirdos. So
Like,
it's kind
no,
of it's
dude.
had the effect of it's protecting people from like unpleasant interactions, but then it's also like concentrating all the unpleasant people into their own chat thing.
Yeah, and not even necessarily unpleasant people, but it's just like
Well, just
it's
weird
it's
interactions.
it's a non-natural environment and like a non-natural way to like meet people. I don't know. This is me talking. I do not make friends online. I do not. I don't know. Like, being online has always made me so much more scared because of the anonymity factor. Because like you
Yeah.
can just say whatever, and I don't know, that might actually make me really upset, and then I'll be
Yeah.
upset, and then I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I try to.
I hate people online. Like just the anonymity is horrible because people can be their true selves. Like I don't think it's even people. Oh, people can choose to be really mean online.
I don't think it's a true self. I think it's I don't even know. It's
I
just
think
like,
I would never. I think that I would never act differently online than I would in real life. And I know that's probably a little bit optimistic, but I think it's mostly true, but I think there are the people who are really awful online and then like okay in person. I think the person they are online is their real self, and I think they're just diluting it in person because they know there's consequences.
All right. Yeah.
That's my take on it. I don't think
Yeah.
who because if you're a great person, why would you choose to be horrible to people online? No, I think you're a horrible person who makes the effort to be okay in person to hide. But when you're online and you have there's no consequences
Yeah.
other than getting banned temporarily from something, you can say or do whatever you want and no one will, there's no real consequences. So
Yeah.
that's freedom. I think it's when people are given total freedom is when they express their true selves, and when you're online in a game where there's no consequences, that's total freedom.
Yeah. Interesting. It's like the
So,
shopping cart.
what do you mean?
Like, do you put the shopping cart back?
Oh yeah, I always put stuff.
There's someone whose job it is. They're getting paid. It's not your job.
Whoa, wait. There's someone whose job it is to collect the shopping carts. They're supposed to collect the shopping carts from the little racks in the parking lot, right? But
Oh,
not
okay.
from the handicap spot where you just shove the shopping cart and let it roll
Interesting.
across the
Yeah, yeah.
street.
Either
That's
way,
bad. Yeah.
either way, there is no penalty.
No, yeah, no penalty.
You will not be reprimanded. You will not be banned.
Yep.
You can come
And
back,
that's
and no one's even gonna look at you different.
yep. And that's true freedom.
That
And
is.
that's where the people who do it, the people who yeah, it's people who disregard the rules or what they know is the right thing or the right what the lawful or encouraged thing is when there is no consequence for not doing it. Those are terrible people.
But the people that I'm interested in are the people that they put it back. They put it back. They understand the importance of putting it back, but they're
Yeah.
also able to identify the time and place to not put it back.
What do you mean though? Like where it's appropriate to not put it back?
Yeah, and maybe
When is
even
it?
necessary.
Well, okay, when give me an example though, because I don't. You mean like, oh, my wife just went into labor, I have to just go, or
Yeah,
well, yeah, that's excusable. But when you have absolutely no reason to not put the cart back, other than you're
but
a lazy
that's what I'm
butthole.
saying. That's what I'm saying though. You need to have the balance. It's a
Well,
yin
yeah.
yang.
So, all right, I'll give you an example. Something that
That's
I
what I'm
do a lot.
saying. Is that you can't be all the way this way. You can't be all this way. You gotta be the
Yes,
middle
yes.
path.
You have to be more, I think, and that's just now we're talking about like justice, morals, happiness, that kind of thing. Philosophy is where do you draw the line? Do I go to a hospital right now and say, kill me and take all my organs and donate them to all the people who need them?
Kill me now! I need to
Kill him.
save these people. Kill me! Take
Like,
my organs.
yeah.
Harvest my organs and give them to the sick people. Kill me.
Do I sacrifice myself
Speed
to save
run.
like 10 people? Or is that somehow amoral or immoral, right? How do you make the decision? And it seems like just based on you're saving way more people than
Because
you're killing.
you're not running into that hospital and giving that old man your kidney or that young child your liver. You are being a bad person.
Yeah, exactly. So should we all run into every hospital and find all the sick people who need organs or whatever, blood, and do it constantly? Or should we not? And that's the question that's been
No, because
puzzling.
I'll make myself sick, right? I'll just drink
Yeah,
myself to death,
that's
and then I need a new liver. Now I'm sick. Now
and now
you
somebody
need
else
a
is gonna
liver.
come. Yeah, that's the biggest. I think for that, that's one of that argument against utilitarianism at least, where you're like, well, if everything is just for the greater good, then I should just sacrifice myself for the greater good. Well, if everyone did that, there's like the ideal rule, yeah, that would be awesome. But then application, the practicality, that means that everyone in society would constantly be killing themselves, and then it wouldn't work. Our society would just fall apart. So that's where you say it is immoral by that standard, and
Yeah.
it's weird. Or yeah, I was gonna say something else too that reminded
Yeah,
me.
like what I always didn't understand as a kid is like why suicide was illegal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like you're already dead. Like, I mean, and then I was like, oh, you could fail. And I was like, but then you're crippled for life and you're going to jail. I'm gonna try again. Like,
Would you go to jail if you attempt suicide?
no,
What
but
is the
you get
punishment for?
you get a mental institute. If you
Okay.
like, yeah, if you're not some like hobo that nobody cares about, I think even if
Like
you're
you
just
you
like,
don't get punished, but you
even if
get
you're like a
like
hobo, even if you're a hobo and you try to like jump off a bridge or something and you
yeah,
still survive and someone finds you and they call the
yeah,
police, I think they're still taking you to like a mental hospital.
right. So there's no like punishment because that wouldn't make any sense, but there is like mandatory treatment.
Yeah. Okay.
That's interesting. Well, I was gonna say something. We were talking about the shopping cart thing and total freedom.
The fleas.
Oh, and you said
I want to title the episode "The Flea in the Cup."
flea in the cup. Okay.
Yeah.
Or it could just be the fleas.
The fleas. The fleas.
I like the fleas better because then you have to watch the episode to know why it's called the fleas. And it also reminds me of like Lord of the Flies somehow. It
The
sounds like ominous.
fleas. Yeah, it does sound ominous. The
The
fleas.
fleas. That's a good title for a book or a story or
The
something.
fleas. Dot dot dot. Or
No,
the
no,
flea-
dot, dot, dot. Just
the
the
fle-
fleas.
That would be like a really good book title.
Because, like, what would it be about?
Some man eating fleas.
No, that's
and they're
the. No, 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 no. That's the easy. That's the cop out answer. That's easy.
Alien fleas.
No, there
And
can't
no,
actually be any.
hear me out. Alien fleas, right? They're carrying a mind virus. Okay. Um.
Oh, I'm already like I.
Really, really.
It can't be. All right, Lord of the Flies. Okay,
The
that's
fleas.
the Lord of the Flies is not about a fly who's a lord over all flies, an alien fly who comes down
It's
and
about a
rules all the flies
guy
on Earth.
who is manipulative and he's homeless and he works himself.
What?
He works himself into various families across the United States,
okay.
like hitchhiking to different towns, and he'll like work
Yeah.
himself into a community, and then he kills somebody, and he like mooches off them, and he takes all their things, or like something like that, or he's like mooching off
That's
them,
better.
and he's
That's
taking all
good.
their things, and he's like he runs them dry, and then he finally kills them, and then he skips town. It's a serial killer.
I like that. That's better.
then-
But why is it called the fleas plural?
The flea. I don't know.
Because I don't think it should be the flea. That's not as exciting as the fleas.
Yeah. The victims are the fleas? Question mark? I don't know.
Well, but it could be a play on the fleas in a cup. It could be that could be the symbol. Like the story could be about that.
It could be about the fleas in the cup.
Yeah,
So we
but
are.
the
It's just a statement on modern society, man.
Exactly.
That's it. That's my YA novel. That's it. I found it. I found it.
You did it.
We've done it. It's like a post-apocalypse society, and they're all brainwashed, and they all have powers. They all have
Yeah,
powers, right? They
they
all
each
have
have a
powers.
but
They all
I
have unique power.
unique powers. Yeah, yeah.
And they all can do something, but their brain, they don't know. They're not taught how to control their power, so that part of their brain, it's a different part of their brain, right? That part of
Yeah.
their brain, it doesn't get used, so it dies, and they lose the powers forever, and that's the flea part.
That got weird. Wait, how is this?
Yeah, I
What
don't know.
is that the end of the story?
We're gonna have to hit the
Or is-
writers' room after the strike. After the strike is over.
Yeah, we need a mood room with like pictures of things on it to inspire us.
Yeah, let's get a storyboard going.
Yep. You know what?
Uh,
Wait, I was gonna say.
Hit us
Okay.
up, Hollywood. We hear you're in need of writers. So, the flea.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? I have always thought that I would be terrible at writing dialogue,
Yeah.
but the other day, I was
wrote
thinking
some
about how I
dialogue.
have very specific. I have like very specific things that I like and dislike about dialogue in. I can pinpoint exactly why I dislike some dialogue and why I like some dialogue in media,
And you're like,
and then I like
maybe I should write my own.
yes, and then I was
Yeah.
thinking the acting, like how the scene looks.
Yeah.
I can visualize really well. Not necessarily what they say, but if I can visualize how the scene looks and how each character should be looking while they're doing the dialogue, I think then the dialogue will just write itself. Like I was
I
thinking about it, I was like, I might actually be okay at writing dialogue, so I kind of
I
want to
feel
try
like
it sometime.
I feel like I could read the fuck out of a script.
Yeah,
So you should write a
I'll
script.
write a script for the
And I'll
Fleas.
read the. You write a monologue. You write just like a monologue for the
Yeah.
Fleas. It could be the
Okay.
height. It could be the climax of the story where like the whole thing is revealed. And this is like the villain monologue. You know what I mean? It's where he's
Yeah.
doing it all. You write that,
Yeah.
and I'll read it, and we could post it to the channel.
Okay. Okay. This is never gonna happen, but I would love. You know what? That sounds really fun. We should
Patreon
actually do that.
exclusive. No, that we should do that. That'll be fun. That would
We
be
should.
fun.
We should actually try. Wait, that's a good idea for like a segment. We could have, like, as we could have like like a self improvement thing where we're like not self improvement, but like we could just be like, let's pick a skill to try and learn, like writing dialogue, and then we'll just take turns each episode doing that skill, and the other person evaluates it, or not evaluates, but the other person, reads the script or whatever,
Yeah.
and then we just discuss what we thought about it.
Interesting.
And we could do that with different skills. We could do that with, not just writing dialogue, but other things.
Watashi
And
wa fostered this.
Yeah.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
What does that mean?
It means good morning.
Oh, nice.
Trying to think. O genki desu ka? O genki
What's
desu
that?
ka? That means how are you? And then you say hai genki desu.
Hi, Genki desu.
And that means I'm fine. You mean like,
Nice.
yep, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. Отлично.
Facts. Yeah, for real. I literally
Yeah.
put Japanese on my fucking resume. I updated my resume last night. I put
Yeah.
Japanese beginner because I don't know. I don't have experience. I have a bunch of bullshit. So like, I put zoomies. That's where I'm working right now.
Yeah.
And then I put like in skills. I put like I looked at a bunch of my classes. I was like, oh, microscopy, like a bunch of bullshit, like blah blah blah. I just looked at like all the stuff we did, like our modules, and I put that in skills. And then I put languages, English, written and spoken fluent, Spanish. I put Spanish written and spoken intermediate, and then I put Japanese written and spoken beginner. Now the written part, I know what blue looks like. I could tell you blue. I could tell you. I could probably go 1 through 10 on the alphabet. You know what I mean?
Well, there you go. 1 through 10 on the alphabet.
Yeah, on a fucking number line. You know what I'm
Japanese
saying?
written and spoken beginner.
Yep. Maybe a little English
Well,
there too.
it
I
is,
don't know.
but it's good to put those things on the even if you're not like good or like really good at
Yeah,
something. It's
because
good to
what
put
if
them
some
on.
like company's like, yeah, we're about to expand into Japan. Do you want to be an intern over there?
Well, maybe not that, but I mean, sure. I was just thinking, what if the person who's interviewing was like, oh yeah, I know a little Japanese or whatever, and it can be a
What
conversation
if they're like,
starter.
what if like, wow, you're so cool.
Yeah,
You're
yeah. You
so
do a lot of
cool.
things. You got a lot of stuff on here.
Do you want the job? You seem cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You seem cool as shit. We want you to work here because that would be cool as shit. Know what I'm saying, G? Hell yeah, dog. Thank you. I appreciate
$100
that.
million for 2 years, right there.
Appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you. That means a lot, actually. Thank you. That's how it would go down.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Well, I was gonna say something else about like on the subject of writing stuff.
yeah.
Mission Impossible, the movie, it reminded me, or it made me realize something that I think makes really good action sequences, or not action sequences, but makes really good action shots that people will remember, are when you have a static camera shot looking at a very large, not very largeness, but a very expansive scene. So not a close up of someone's face, not a close up of some object, something that shows a lot of stuff. Like it shows all the people and the thing that's going to explode or fall or whatever all in one shot. The camera doesn't move and the shot lasts for a long time and everything pans out all in that one shot. That is really cool. Especially when you have practical effects, but even if you don't, it's still cool. Like in Mission Impossible there's a part where a piano falls through a thing, falls through I don't want to spoil anything, but a piano is like hanging from something and then it breaks
Oh, they
and
do
it
the
falls.
classic piano bit.
Yeah, it's
Look
the
at the
classic
falling piano.
Yes.
That's
So
crazy.
instead of
No way.
and
No way. They did the piano bit, bro. That's crazy.
so
What?
when they did the piano bit, instead of so when the piano falls, oh, chink, it's falling. Oh, yeah, they have
Look
to
out for
dodge.
the
They have to
piano.
get out of the way or whatever. It's falling. Instead of being like, oh look, here's a shot of the piano falling. Here's a shot of this guy going. Here's a shot of something else all at one, and then the piano hits the ground. They just let the camera sit and let you watch the piano smash through a bunch of stuff, blow
Oh
out the back
wow.
end of the thing, and then go because it was a train car that's hanging like this, and the
That's
piano was in the train car and
satisfying.
it fell. So they just let you sit and watch the entire thing from one angle and watch it hit. They let you watch it fall all the way to the ground, all this debris and everything, and it was just cool.
Nice.
I don't, and if they had cut to like, oh, here's the piano, the clip breaks. Here's the piano falling. Here's the people jumping out of the way. Here's a bunch of things being destroyed. Here's it, hitting the ground or whatever. That's much less like wow. It has a less of a wow factor. I want to see a single
Yeah,
shot
like
where all of it happens. I
if
want you
it's
to have
cut
to
up a
look.
bunch, it's like oh,
What?
okay. If it's cut up a
Yeah,
bunch, it's like
exactly.
oh
It's like
yeah,
you're.
like that's CGI, like you did it a couple times,
Yeah,
like
yes, exactly. And it's like you're spoon feeding the audience what they're supposed to look at. I like it when there's a shot where you can choose, your eyes can go all over the screen and be like, "Whoa, look at that thing. That thing's cool. It's blowing, it's on fire. Oh, this person's running away from this thing." All in the same shot. You can just enjoy it like an
it feels
artwork,
like
like a
dynamic. It feels like a real
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So like one take or yeah, single
Like
take action
someone's gonna have to
sequences.
clean up that piano.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to clean up all this stuff at once instead of
Yeah.
just like, okay, let's drop the piano, let's clean that up, let's make the bookcase fall over, let's clean that up. They have to just they destroy this room all in one shot, and then they have to clean it up. It just feels way more real. So that's my last uh like
Blurb.
blurb about movie making and stuff. I think I could do a good job at that kind of thing. But
Fuck
anyway,
what you heard. Fuck what they talking about. We here to fuck up the game. You know what I'm saying? Watch out, writers.
watch out.
We coming out here with fleas.
You just
Best.
perched your hat way up on your head.
Yeah. Fuck. All right, we're at 57.
Oh, wow.
We
I think
also-
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good too. So the fleas.
Please.
Cool.
Classic.
We should. What do we want to do for thumb? Do we want to do a thumbnail?
Oh yeah, yeah. What should we do?
I don't fucking know.
We had one earlier where you were going where we were froze for a second, right?
What if like we both just like?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. I want to get as close as you are. Right. Okay.
All right, that should be good enough. All right.
Nice.
Good. Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Patreon. You can find us on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts. Whatever the fuck. Yeah. Bye.